Hey everybody, welcome back. This episode I was supposed to be reshaping my exhaust, but I had to special order some mandrel bent stainless steel exhaust tubing that has the right radius that I want, and it's going to take about a month to get here. So instead, I thought this episode we could go through my tool roll. I have the same exact tool rolls on both of my bikes, and I thought maybe we could grab one of these and unroll it, and I can show you what I have in my tool roll and explain why I have the things that I have. So let's go ahead and jump into one of these and we'll see what we've got. Alright, let's take a look. If you missed the last episode, my King and Queen seat has a little secret pocket in here underneath the princess perch that is a lid, and that is my tool roll storage area. So now you're going to see how tight this tool roll fits in here. Let me try to get this out of here. Hang on. Boy, I better do this in one take, I'll tell you that. Oh my goodness. I wasn't lying. Hang on. Trust me, I need every one of these tools. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm actually kind of impressed at how I even got this in here. Wow. Oh, you know what? Hang on, I think I remember. I think I unzipped it and had to take some of this stuff out of here. Oh, that's right. Well, I guess I haven't been in my tool roll for a long time. I told you that both tool rolls were identical. It's been such a long time since I've had to break my tools out. They are not identical. So, oh my gosh. There we go. Gee whiz. Okay. I will get both my tool rolls out apparently because this one is different than my Softail. Let's get all this stuff out of here. All right. That is what's in that cubby hole. Yeah, tight squeeze. All right, now we'll grab the one out of the Softail. And this one's gonna be a lot easier. By the way, I made this tool bag and I put a tutorial on Instagram, and I will most likely do the exact same thing. Oh, look how smart. I haven't opened this one in a long time either. And I did myself a service by saying top so I don't spill everything everywhere. Yeah, alright. Well, let's go check out what I've got. In volume 3, here's the top 20 tool bag must-have list voted on Instagram viewers in 2019. So there's a list of 20 different tools and their ranking, and also some honorable mentions of what people think should be in a tool bag. Alrighty, let's go ahead and unroll this tool bag here. I got this tool bag from Hobo Freight. It's actually pretty decent, good quality for the price. There's obviously tons of other tool bags, but for the price, this one's pretty cool. I actually blew out the stitches on a couple of these just to make them a double wide pocket, and you could do the same thing. So the layout here doesn't reflect what I just showed you in the book. It's just, well, I mean, the tools are in here, but it's not like from 20 to number 1. It's just how they laid in here. So let's just start from the very beginning. And I labeled my bags that way when I'm on the side of the road. I know where things go, and I'm not forgetting something on the side of the road, because sometimes it can get a little hectic. Chain brake tool in this bag. And a light and a flashlight. Also, as you probably know, just reverse your battery so you don't accidentally turn it on and then you have dead batteries when you need it. Chain brake tool. If you've converted your bike or you have an older bike that has a chain, it's good to bring a chain brake tool. Whether you need it or a buddy or just a fellow motorcyclist on the side of the road, you can break a chain, set a link, do kinds of stuff like that. One good thing I'd like to mention in here is bring a snap style master link. Snap style master links are really good because you only need like a pair of pliers to throw it in. And if you just blew a link, then you could be back on the road just as easy as that. So, and that's also the beauty of a chain versus a belt. If you blow a belt, you're done. You're not doing any repairs unless you've got a lot of time on your hands and a belt. But yeah, chain, you can get back on the road. Let's see here. We've got zip ties, regular plastic zip ties, and a screwdriver. This is a multi-screwdriver. And what I like about this idea, not particularly this screwdriver, but just this idea, is that you also get a nut driver. You get 2 different sizes of nut drivers. So not only do you have all the different bits, but you also have 2 nut drivers on this thing. So that's kind of neat, and all the bits are in the handle. And in this one we're gonna push from here. We've got the Allen key set, little fold out Allen key set here, something like that. And we also have the same type of deal, but Torx, as you know. Harley and other bikes love using Torx as well. So we've got your Torx in there. And in here is also some stainless steel zip ties. That is really handy when you're working with some hot stuff. So if you've got exhaust components or things that are really close to exhaust or close to hot stuff, you can use stainless steel zip ties instead of your plastic ones. Or you could use baling wire. Those 2 will work fine. I'm just going to put this stuff over here and put my bag back together later. This is my socket organizer idea and hose clamps. If you have just a long bolt with a wing nut on the top, you can stack your small sockets inside your big sockets on a bolt and then just wing nut them down. And before you do that, you can throw a couple of hose clamps on there, as many as you want really. And then everything just kind of stays together. So that's a really cool way of organizing your stuff. I'll pull this guy out, even though it's not really exciting. It's just a volt tester, or a circuit tester with a light. So you can tell if you stab this into a wire and have a good ground. You can see if you have any juice going through that particular wire. And it's a good little diagnostic tool to have if you're fighting some electrical gremlins. And I'll go ahead and put that just over there. It's a little kind of hard to get in there. Crescent wrenches. Who doesn't love crescent wrenches? They are so cool. Very versatile, obviously. And I've used these for prying tools on the road. I've bent these. I've broken these. And obviously I don't have any open-end wrenches or box-end wrenches. These are my hand tools, this and my sockets. So if I need anything more, I need vice grips, but if anything more than that, the job's probably a little too large for what I'm doing. Oh, can I get these back in? Tight fit. And there we go. And I should also mention that none of these tools are expensive. I used to roll with expensive tools. I keep all my expensive tools here at the garage. These are like Hobo Freight online stuff because I have left tools on the side of the road. I've also lent tools to a person in need. They needed some tools, or you know, they needed, like, say they broke their shift lever off, and we had to throw a vice grip on their shift lever, and off they went. Here's a stubby little ratchet. I like the stubby one because it fits great. We just saw the vice grips, the pliers. In here we've got a knife and a multi-tool, and this is just like you'd imagine, needle nose pliers, all the stuff in the handles that you'd imagine with a multi-tool. Nothing really exciting on that one, just your regular one, just a cheapo. This actually happens to be a Gerber. I'm not exactly sure why I have this knife in there, but it must have been on sale. So there you are. There's a couple of extensions over here on this side. Oh, it looks like my little wobbly came out. So I've got ball end extensions, kind of like a medium one and a stubby one. You can put them together for a long one, and then you put your wobbly on the end, and you've got a little bit of reach there. That's kind of cool. So maybe we'll put these two together, and maybe we'll go like this and like that. It's kind of fun. And once again, if you've converted to a chain, I like to bring a length of chain, quite honestly. If you blow out a couple of chain links or one buddy needs a chain repair and you need a chain repair. There's some links here to work with. And here's, of course, the baling wire. So there's a little bit of baling wire and a length of chain. And then at the very end here, it's a flat piece of electrical tape. I just rolled out a bunch and just laid it flat instead of having a big roll. Of course, you could take your screwdriver maybe and loop a whole bunch around the shaft of the screwdriver if you wanted to. But also, this little piece, this is a tool. If you break your phone or lose your phone or lose your wallet or something like that, and you have to walk to the nearest farmhouse and call your brother or your friend or your girlfriend or your boss and say, I'm going to be late. Does anybody know numbers anymore? I don't. I just speed dial. It's like, oh yeah, my brother. And I just see his name and I just press call. I have no clue what anybody's numbers are anymore. Used to before cell phones, but not now. It's, hey, what the heck? It's flat. It just sits right in here. It's not a big deal. It's just in there. All right, that is the tool roll. And, oh, no, sorry. I've got a couple of shop rags over here, but the other cool thing that's wrapped up in the shop rag is a pill bottle. And inside the pill bottle is a random selection of nuts and bolts, all different kinds of sizes, fine thread, coarse thread, metric, and it's nice to, if something fell off, you can maybe get it back on your bike with an honest to goodness nut and bolt rather than just baling wire, or once again helping out a buddy. So that's the tool roll. That's what I have. What do you guys have? Do you have anything close to this? Do you have more than this, less than this, none at all? Do you think that this list should be switched up a little bit? Did I forget something? Is there something that you highly recommend that you think, hey, that should be in your tool roll? Or do you have any comments of why do you have that in your tool roll? That seems kind of redundant or unnecessary. Personally, I've had these rolls and I've had this roll, same exact roll over here. I'll just fold this up later and put it away. In my chopper tool bag, it's quite literally the exact same thing. It's just because of my seat that I made, that tool roll was so bulky I couldn't roll it up and actually put it inside that little cubby hole. So what I had to do is put them into individual Ziploc bags to try to prevent some moisture. But basically this is my tools. This is my Ziploc or zip ties and looks like my electrical checker in there, circuit checker, and then my chain brake tool. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks a lot for taking a look at my tool bag today with me. Until I get my exhaust pieces in, we're probably just gonna have to come up with some other things to take a look at. And I had said that I was going to also swap my CV carburetor out for the S&S, and I am going to do that, but I need to get my exhaust where I want it before I put the carburetor on, because I want to tune that carburetor to the exhaust that I have. And these little bins I'm going to reshape into my exhaust, it may not change it a lot, but it could. And I'd just rather have my exhaust dialed in before I tune my carburetor. That way I know that the carburetor is set to the exhaust that I have. So, until the next video, who knows what that'll be. I will see you then. Take care. Later.